use of his property. And then he's got the easement acquisition document that is, and he wishes to have be excluded from being contingent upon your project, as best I can understand what Mr. Yates' concerns were.
With regard to that issue,
I'm Craig Courtney. I represent the Como Development Association, LLC, and that's the owner of Lot 4. Can you see this map?
Yes, sort of. There we go.
Oh,
we're good.
Very good. Mr. Yates' property is in the SR, which is here. The property that we're talking about is Lot 4, Lot 3, Lot 5, all part of the East Center, which was developed in phases over the last 10 years. Lot 3, Lot 5 were changed with the amendment to the comprehensive plan, allowing for NAC. Lot 4, which is really the rest of the corner from McGee and Pachoya with the new alignment that fits together to have one continuous type of development. Mr. Yates is referring to an easement. If you have better, put this one aside for a moment. Go ahead.
they had a exhibit.
No, speaking.
You might want to use, he's got.
This is a little bit more specific.
You might want to take a look at his too.
Okay.
Here's an extra copy.
What this shows, Mr. Yates' property is the SR. What you'll notice here is the dotted lines going north-south from the entrance, the main entrance of the center, going all the way north to the property, where utility easements were established back in the 60s and 70s, when this piece of property was one continuous development, which was townhouses. So what has happened over the years as this has moved in phase development from the west side to the east side, because these two parcels, 1 and 2 and 3, are built, have buildings on them and are occupied. 4 and 5, and the remaining portion you see here, along with the common area, is vacant land to be developed. With the easements that were already in place from the previous development, the townhouse development, utilities, water, sewer, gas, everything went down the center as it was originally planned. So that has been maintained in this development. That's the easement that was eventually granted to Ira Gates for access, because it's already been established in part of the driveway pattern.
Okay.
Hopefully that gives you a little clearer picture that coming into play today, Mr. Yates fits into this process.
So that easement is in place. He's going to be, that there's nothing that's going to happen with that easement as a result of your...
Yeah, we're not going to change that.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, unless we something happened to change the sewer, the water, everything, it just wouldn't be practical. And that's why the commitment for a drive pattern in that location makes sense for this development internally, as well as for Mr. Yates.
And then Mr. Yates' other concern is that we might be increasing the intensity of use, but that this is a comp plan amendment. You still have to go through the rezoning. And that's really where the rubber hits the road.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I'd like to maybe follow up with some more comments, if you don't mind. We are requesting for a comprehensive plan amendment for Lot 4 in the center, consisting of approximately 29 meters located just west and north of the intersection of Detroit and
Oh, can we get you reading in or speaking into
Sure
the mic?
can. Sorry about that. This property is currently zoned transitional zoning TR with a current comprehensive plan designation of medium intensity urban MIU. We are requesting a change in the comprehensive plan designation to neighborhood activity center to allow for retail and other commercial uses in addition to the current uses allowed in its existing TR zoning. In an effort to inform the neighbors of our intention to modify the comprehensive plan designation for this property to NAC, we invited all of the neighbors within the 300-foot notification area to a meeting on August 18, 2015. Several of the townhouse neighbors met with us where we explained our intention to modify the current comprehensive plan designation to match those of the adjoining 2 lots, 3 and 5 in the center. We believe the owners that attended the meeting understood the reasoning for our request and informed that if successful, we would provide them with more detailed plans for the use of the property as part of a rezoning application and subsequent public hearings. The response was positive, and we expect to have more communication with them as we progress toward our rezoning. That includes Mr. Yates. We are in agreement with staff's recommended approval of our comprehensive plan amendment with conditions similar to those of the adjoining 2 lots. Because of the configuration of the corner of McGee Road and La Cholla, this lot fits nicely into the northwest corner of the adjacent properties. As you can see from the map, this parcel rounds out the corner and fits well into staff's recommendations based on the aspects promoted by Growth Smart Acts related to promoting urban infill, plan designation consistency, infrastructure availability, and providing for commercial services in an urban environment. Upon our success in changing the comprehensive plan designation for this property, we will set in motion the necessary planning to design a building envelope, driveway pattern, parking, drainage, and other engineering considerations for a rezoning application. At that time, we will present the specifics that will allow the neighbors, the Planning and Zoning Commission, and this board to evaluate our request during the rezoning process. We support staff's approval, and we ask you support based on their recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you. What's the pleasure of the board?
And Madam Chair, I just want to make sure you're comfortable with how he addressed these issues. Your utilities easement, it doesn't appear that anything is going to change there. And then the issue with, you'll be going through the rezoning process so that you can address any concerns with density at that time.
I am comfortable with the process.
We need